We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here above the 470 area and testing key resistance levels here in the second half of the day. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 9:30 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 170% plus within minutes, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to push up here and retest key resistance levels. And we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Apple bot. Our Apple bot at 1:50 p.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 120% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continue to break out into bright green bars on 42 vision. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator since yesterday at the 472.50 area, and coming up towards a key resistance today where the bear indicator last popped up and had domination in the last several days and weeks here, with it continuing the trend to the downside up here near the recent highs of 477, and it reached it today in today's volatility, reaching up to the highs up here of 477.40 area in today's volatility on the SPY stock, not that far off the recent highs of 477.54. But once it reached it, it is acting like a huge resistance. If we zoom in here to the 5-minute, we could see a bear indicators popping up, and it's about to confirm in the next few seconds here in the live action. And it's pulling downwards, switching from bright green to red, and there it is, dominating over the chart, confirming and having that pop up here from our bots right in the live action. Here it is on the 5-minute, getting bear indicators and pulling down sharply from that resistance of 477 and coming back down so far to the 476, 475.90 area, right? So here we are within the volatility, looking at things pulling downwards, But on the 30-minute, still under a bull indicator, no bear indicator just yet, full strength here. And if we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, same thing, right? That bull indicator that popped up and found support on Friday and Monday, since way down here at 466.80 area, has been dominating in the bigger picture. No bear indicator, bright green bars with full strength here on 42 vision. So the bigger picture is still showing strength, even though in the volatility of the 5-minute, there's a lot going on here, even though a bear indicator popped up and confirmed from the 476.90 area. I would just round it up to 477. And here it is, bouncing back up from the recent lows here of 475.80. And if we zoom in even further into the 1 minute, you could see a full transition happen there from the rip area to the dip area, and it's trying to come back up, right, in the volatility. But here it is, pulling down once again slightly and retesting the lows here of this bar at the 476.24 area, right? And there it is, fighting with a bear indicator that popped up at the 477.14 area. So on the 5-minute, there's a bear indicator, and if we zoom into the 15-minute, no bear indicator just yet in this volatility, but a sharp drop on this bar, switching from bright green to bright green with red borders, as you see it there, and continuing to test new lows on this bar, right? Trying to go back towards the 476 area and 475.90 area, right? So bull indicator though dominating all day since the lows down here at the open of 473.86. Found support when it came back to it. It jumped up, came to it, and it lasted with strength all day so far. And it's going to be crucial going into tomorrow for these bull indicators to hold true to justify any move to the upside. If not, I'll be watching if bear indicators start to pop up in the volatility of the 15-minute and the 30-minute, right? The 1 minute and the 5-minute so far, but those are a lot more volatile. I'll be watching the 15-minute going into the after hours and the close and going into tomorrow. Now, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the SP 500 index, with inflows crossing over in the pre-market, and we were watching this in yesterday's video. I broke it down that those inflows needed to pick up to justify any move to the upside and retest of key resistance levels. And here we have it, inflows crossing back over in the pre-market. Slight divergence there, right? As the stock was falling down, the inflows were back above, and then they continued pushing up and the stock followed, right? And full strength here today, hitting highs up here of inflows on the 30-minute so far of 2.70, right? So this is something to not overlook, and I'll be watching this going into tomorrow. Could these inflows continue above the midpoint? Now, when we go ahead and look at it again in the volatility, because it's trying to push back up, we could see here how outflows just crossed, and this is going to be crucial going into the close and after hours. Could these inflows turn back around, cancel out that bear indicator that popped up, and try to retest the high of the day and break through that resistance? And if it doesn't do it today, I'll be watching going into tomorrow. Could that happen in tomorrow's volatility? Now, here we are with the 30-minute inflows above. We zoom out on the 1 hour, bigger picture, inflows picking up, pushing away from the midpoint, hitting highs here so far of 3.15, and also on the 15-minute in the volatility, inflows dominated all day. They crossed over in the open and have dominated and hit highs up here of 2.90. Now, here we have it with outflows slightly starting, and that's something to not overlook, because if it continues to pull downwards and crosses the midpoint, it could start to reflect that weakness into these charts and possibly get a bear indicator in the process. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys, and the first support level is 475. If that gets broken through, then I'll be watching down here towards the low of the pre-market at 473.50 and then 470. Now, to the upside, if these inflows can continue strong above the midpoint, and same thing here on the 30-minute, the first resistance is 477.50, and then above that comes the 480 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I'll be watching them very closely. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.